Hi folks, we're here today for our total communication, lesson 17, page 42. This lesson is a sequence of lesson 16. Remember, it's like a second part, okay? It's like a second part. And the topic is how to increase your Portuguese vocabulary power. Now I put number 4. Number 4, I put some more suffix. Let's use now the suffix ible, which corresponds to evil in Portuguese. Okay? Let's use now the suffix ible, which corresponds to evil in Portuguese. Let's see the words. For example, in line 1, audible, we say audível. You see, I replaced the ible, audible, for audível. Okay? Tangible. We say in Portuguese, tangível. All these words are Latin. Tangible, tangível. Okay, the next one is the same line. Accessible. We say acessível in Portuguese. Acessível. I told you we don't use double C. Okay, then we drop one in Portuguese. Acessível. Okay? We just have one word, seccionar. We have double C, but normally we don't have double C, just one. So we're going to cut practically all of them. Accessible, we say acessível. Okay? In line 2, we have intelligible. It comes from intelligent. We say in Portuguese, inteligível is intelligible. In English, you have double L, but in Portuguese, we don't have double L. Remember, in Portuguese, we have double S and double R in general, okay? Nothing else. Once in a while, you're going to have a double C, but it's practically nothing, okay? All right. In line 2, we have plausible, we say plausível in Portuguese, okay? Plausível. Okay, in line 3, reversible, we say reversível. You see, reversível. Okay? Admissible, we say admissível. Admissible. See, the structure is practically the same. You just change that suffix. All right? Horrible. Horrível. In Portuguese, the H is mute when it starts a word. It has no sound. Horrível. But on the other side, the double R is strong like an H, starting a word in English. Horrível. Okay? Not horrível, not horrível. In English, it's horrible. The R, the two are weak sound. But in Portuguese, when you have a double R, it is strong. When you start a word with letter R, it is strong. Remember that. Okay? Horrível is horrible. Okay. Let's go to line 4. Possible. Possível. Terrible. We say terrível. Okay, strong R, double R. Terrível. Inadmissible. You have admissible, inadmissible. Inadmissível, inadmissível. You see in Portuguese, inadmissível. Isto é inadmissível. This is inadmissible. Inadmissível. You see how many words you can learn in an easy way, right? You just try to assimilate, because if you know these words in English, of course you know, it's your native language, so in Portuguese it's quite similar, Then you can get lots of vocabulary that way. Okay, now here in that number 5, I put something a little bit different. These words in English, they are from Latin too, are quite similar. Quite, not exactly. You just need to drop the final E. Okay? You just need to drop the final E. And in the one here at the end, we're going to add an E in the beginning of the word. Let's take a look. In line 1, pueril. Pueril. We say pueril. Pueril. Okay? Pueril. 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 In Portuguese. Hostile. Hostile. We say hostil. Hostil in Portuguese. The H has no sound. Then we didn't say hostile. We say hostil. Hostile. Hostil. Do you understand? Volátil. 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 We say volátil in Portuguese. Volátil. Okay? You see, we have an accent, volátil. Just to know that the accent comes in that letter A. Volátil. All right? The next one. In line 1 in the middle. Dócil. Dócil. We say dócil. 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 Almost the same. Dócil. Okay? Okay, going down in the middle. Viril. 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 We say viril. Viril. Okay? Fragile. 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 We say frágil. Frágil. Fragile. Frágil. You see? It's interesting. Juvenile. Juvenile. Some people say juvenile, but juvenile. In Portuguese is juvenil. Juvenil. In Portuguese is juvenil. Okay? Juvenile is juvenil. Right? Okay. Another one. Fácil. Fácil is fácil. Fácil is easy. Fácil, it's easy. Fácil. Fácil. But pay attention in this one. Sterile. Sterile. In Portuguese, we don't start with an S and a consonant like T or B or thing like that. We put the letter E in the start. Fica estéreo. Stereo. The sound is almost the same. Stereo, stereo, stereo. Like when you say stereophonic, stereo sound, we put a letter E. Fica estéreo. But this is stereo. 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 Somebody that can't reproduce, can't have a son or a daughter, is stereo. Okay? Stereo. As you'll see, these words, they drop the final E in Portuguese. Right? Interesting. Okay, let's see now that number 6. I put here, let's use the suffix tiao. Tiao. But in English, the sound is xiao, like impartial. That T-I-L-A correspond to C-I-L-A in Portuguese. We say cial. For example, partial becomes parcial. You see? You just change the T for letter C. Parcial. Following the line 1, partial, impartial. You say in Portuguese, imparcial. Okay? Essential. It is essencial. Okay? In line 2, initial. Initial. Presidential. Presidencial. Residential. The R is strong. Residential. In line 3, differential. Differential. You see? Differential. Potential. As you can see, there are lots and lots of words that are quite similar. And in the next class, I'll give you a list of words that are exactly the same. They are written the same way. And you have no idea that they are Portuguese or English. This is interesting, okay? Well, let's go now for our next page, okay? Let's go to our next page. In page 43, okay, continuing with that, we have in number 7, I put here lots of these words just to have an idea that they are Latin. For example, the word city, like the New York City, Kansas City. City is Latin. City means cidade. The English word for city is town. Town is not Latin, but city is Latin. You see there? We're going to use the suffix ity, which means idade in Portuguese. You just replace them. There are thousands of words like that in English. You just make that replacement. Let's see in line 1. City, as I said. Cidade. Clarity. Claridade. Clarity, claridade. Curiosity. Curiosidade. Curiosity, curiosidade. Easy, right? Generosity. We say generosidade. Religiosity. Religiosidade. Perpetuity. Perpetuidade. You see? Prosperity. Prosperidade. Vulnerability. Vulnerabilidade. Probability. Probabilidade. Okay, I think you should try to write these words and compare one and the other. Return the video, listen to the sound, and try to memorize. We're going to have our English class in a normal way, but in order to increase your vocabulary, this is the good idea, right? This is the good idea, to increase your vocabulary. Okay? Let's see. Now, we're going to have eternity. Eternity. Eternity means eternidade. Eternidade. Eternity. Quality. Quality. Qualidade. Quality. Qualidade. Hostility. Hostility. Hostilidade. Hostility. Hostilidade. Volatility. Volatility. Volatilidade. 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 Virility. Virility. Virilidade. Virilidade. Facility. Facility. Facilidade. Facilidade. Fragility. Fragility. In line 7. Fragility. Fragilidade. Docility. Docility. Docilidade. You see? Docilidade. Hospitality. Hospitality. Hospitalidade. Hospitalidade. Municipality. Municipality. Municipalidade. 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 We just then change the ITY for idade. IDADE. You see how easy it is? Similarity. In line 9. Similarity. Similaridade. The similarity. Similaridade. Polarity. Polarity. Polaridade. You see? Geniality. Geniality. Genialidade. Genialidade. Okay? Frugality. Frugal. Frugality. Frugalidade. Frugalidade. Okay? In line 11, possibility. Possibility. Possibilidade. Possibility. Possibilidade. Opacity. Opacity. Opacidade. Opacidade. Simplicity. Simplicity. Or simplicity. Simplicidade. Simplicidade. Popularity. Popularity. Popularidade. Popularity. Popularidade. Ingenuity. Ingenuity. Ingenuidade. Ingenuidade. Conformity. Conformity. Conformidade. Conformidade. You see? In line 14, we have normality. Normality. Normalidade. Normal, normal, normality, normalidade. Normalidade. Regularidade. Regularity. Regularity, we say regularidade. Okay? Well, I put all those words to give you an idea of the similarity. I use similarity here. A similaridade between both languages. Right? As I told you, 68% come from Latin and Greek. I'm going to show you more things in our future class, and I'm going to show you the identity of the suffix in the Greek language. You have 8%, okay, in Greek language, in your language, right? We also have. So you're going to have more roots to compare. But the idea of giving you these words is because you don't find them in school books unless you intend to be a translator, an interpreter. So they go deep in that area, okay? Because this study is in depth. I can provide you a lot of these things to see the identity, okay? And then the language will be easier. It will be easier for you. So it's not that difficult. For example, if you have to study Japanese or Chinese or Arabic, then you're going to have trouble because it's completely different everything, right? But not the Latin language like French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed that class. I will give you some more in our next class. We're going to continue this. If you have an idea, any suggestion, please let me know down here. Okay? Ask the questions. I can provide the possible answer. Okay? I would like then to ask you to subscribe the channel. Right? To subscribe the channel. All right? I would ask especially to people all over the world, but in India, for example, the acceptance has been high nowadays. They are enjoying that because there are many views, okay? But I would like people from India to subscribe the channel, to give its like or its dislike. All right? All right? Okay, I hope to see you in our next class. Thank you.